Good day, good afternoon, everybody. It's an amazing afternoon here in Nigeria. And as you guys already know, this is Adetola Freeman, and this is um, our CPI live trading session. All right, so you're welcome, guys, to CPI live trading session, which is an opportunity for you to be able to get some insight into what the markets are expected to be like next couple of minutes. Okay, the CPI news is expected in the next about 30 minutes. All right, so what we're doing here is to simply position ourselves in anticipation of what markets are going to be like as a result of CPI. So hold on, I'm trying to quickly look at what talking about the forecast and what the expectation analysts are right, regarding the news. So this CPI analysts are expecting not much, not much. I think expecting forecast. The previous is 0.3%, but the forecast right now is about 0.1%. Right. So let's see how that works. If the CPI figures come out, if the figures come out a lot lower, right, than the actual, then it means we're looking at buying Euro USD, USD and the likes. Right. But if they were able to get an actual that is about maybe 0.4% or 0.5%, means that we should be expecting a huge bullish pressure coming in from the dollar. All right, so that's literally what I'm seeing from calendar here, right? And I'm sure you guys already have access to the calendar too, because free tool on our website. Okay, beautiful. All right, so for me, based on what I'd love to trade, all right, I think GBP USD has every reason to go bullish, right? That was a sweep, break of structure, this price doing its best, my opinion, all right, in order to be back to this area of resistance or this area of supply. Okay, and I think that CPI could very much push prices that direction to conclude this movement before drop. Okay, this is the first time frame Euro USD. Done. Okay, so this is the first time frame of Euro USD, right? And you see that this this looks like what I describe as that sweep, right? That looks like what we call our sweep. This the break of structure, leaving us with a huge likelihood or a huge of price running for this supply zone, right? In order to bearish. This is a very likely scenario. All right, are you guys with me? All right. If someone said the audio is a bit low. Is it better now? Please let me know if it is. All right. I think that most important thing is that you guys are able to hear me. All right, and be able to make the most from this session that we have together. All right, so let's see how that works out. All right, so I think Abdul Dahir, I'm going to try to address your question first. The question is CPI going up because of higher cost of food, housing, and commodities um, based on proper analysis? The answer to that question is when CPI comes out higher, right, usually shows what the consumer prices like. Hold on, sorry, I'm saying. Okay, all right, all right, all right. So if the figures come out better than expected, all right, to a large extent, we're seeing that the likelihood that the dollar becomes a bit stronger, very possible. But I want to see how that looks like on the chart. All right, it's one thing to position based on what the forecast of the analysts look like. All right, but I think overall it's always important for me to be able to calmly sort out what exactly is going on the chart. All right, compared to what I think it looks like from from what the analysts looks like. Oh yes, yes, those are the indicators. Consumer price, all right, things that are literally spent on by consumers, all right. So housing, food, commodities like retail based stuff, all right, things that people can't get by without. You understand now? So those are the indicators or the drivers for the CPI figures. A lot of interest in gold today, which is not unusual, all right, but to a large extent is surprising. All right, so this was gold. All right, I believe that this was the setup I gave on Monday. Right, talking about the fact that the huge likelihood that gold keeps coming high. Right, I mentioned that during my session on Monday. Yeah, I that we're in that season where gold is likely going to get higher. So, what do you want to do with that information? I think that the only thing to do is to expect price around key demand and supply levels, right? So that you, as a retail trader, right, can simply opt into the internal move that is going to be excited after that area is taken. And I'm drawing this based on sweep, break of structure, price returning to this demand zone would mean that price returned back to origin of the break of structure. So that would be expected to give a bullish push. That makes sense now. I think that US 100 looks bought. Please do note that overbought, oversold are not criterias that the market pays every single time. Right? So if your analysis is entirely based off of overbought, oversold, to a large extent, there are going to be huge issues sentiments because there's so many times when the markets are overbought or oversold and it just keeps going. Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of requests for the figures. Yeah, so let's see how this plays. Hold on. Let me. I highly doubt that US 100 Nasdaq is going to sell. Okay, and that's because from what I'm seeing here, there might still be price to keep an eye on. This is the 4 hours time frame. Remember, CPI is expected in the next you know, about 17, 18 minutes. All right, so let me explain something to you guys. Now, CPI, Akintomide Busayo, I can't give you just one instrument to buy or sell. And the reason why is something that I've explained on this call 1,000 times in the past. All right. We as a brokerage firm are not allowed, all right, to actually give you financial advice. Right. So that's why when you come on sessions like this, the best that we can do is to explain the reasons why we feel like the market is going to go in one certain direction or the other. All right. But outwardly tell you, oh, okay, so commodity, go buy. All right, would be tantamount to us flouting the terms for our license, which is a terrible thing too. Right, so please, let's stay within the confines of things that we're able to do. All right, and then I can assure you that we'll all be fine. All right, so prospect, the CPI that we're looking at, I know that there's month over month, there's year over year. All right, but the most interesting one for us right now is going to be the month over month, and that's because that has much more weight on what is going to happen right now than what already happened last year. You get me now? So what's happening right now is quite more important than what already happened last year. So what am I saying in essence is for commodities like Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, gold, all right, from my technical point of view, I feel like we have reasons for them to go bullish. That's because DXY from the chart, which is the US dollar index, DXY from the chart at the moment has already reached a crucial area of supply. And I believe that it's already dropping from that area of supply. So if I'm going to be taking a trade, I really don't want to trade against that direction based on the fact that there's a daily time frame supply around that region. We get it now. Okay, so 15 more minutes, 15 more minutes, 15 more minutes. Right, so remember, this was a setup I gave on Monday for USD card. Right, talking about this supply zone and the fact that price was likely going to break this structure on the trend line. All right, which happened here, and you try to retest for the drop continued. Yeah, this was Brent. Didn't test into my demand zone before it pulled this amazing, yeah, this amazing 320 pips move. Yeah, so this is Nasdaq. This is US 30. So for me, like I said on Nasdaq, Why is not exactly clear yet, all right? And that's also because you can see that price seems to have just broken out of consolidation pattern, right? So this pattern, to a large extent, will determine what we want to see for US 100. So if price breaks below structure breaks, the trend line support, then we can shift our bias and then go bearish. All right. Lemadin praise that gold is selling massively, and I'm tempted to want to be. But let us have a look at what you have described as a massive sell. So this is roughly around 74 pips, all right, from this top here, which will be a lot smaller if we're calculating from 10 point, which is here, right? And the reason why that is because to a large extent, all right, we're not concerned about the tiny movements that are coming out on the time frame, right? That's why we're working with 1 hour, 4 hours daily time frame and the likes. We're concerned about the longer moves that take a couple of days to complete out. Need gold, buy stop, and sell stop. All right. So, like I was trying to explain the other time about CPI, all right. Unlike NFP, CPI has a lot less. CPI has a lot less volatility, right? So, because it has a lot less volatility, if you're trading straddle on CPI, you have to be a lot more careful, right? And like I've always said, the instructions are simple. Only fund whatever you are able to lose. Do not use extreme leverages because your account is small. Three, so whatever position you're taking, spread out your risk. All right, don't put all your eggs in one basket on one commodity. All right, spread out your risk. So Emmanuel is asking me why I don't use TradingView. Question rather is what is wrong with MetaTrader? I don't think that MetaTrader has given me are. Sometimes I use TradingView. Large extent, I use MetaTrader because all of the trading algorithms that I work with are MetaTrader based. We get it now. All right, so let's take a look at the charts once more. All right, so can you see the young lady that said that gold was buying massively, that gold was selling aggressively? I believe she can realize now that that was not a massive or aggressive sell off. All right, so this is GU. I'm trying to, I've still not been able to specifically find the areas to use for my buy stop, sell stop. That's because we're already with the value gap. Already within a fair value gap. To be honest, I sincerely feel like this is happening, all right, because of what's going on with price at the moment. So, but let me not say too much. I think we can just work with it and work with. Yeah, so I think that GU is overall bullish because from what I've seen from DXY, I think that DXY still has quite some distance to cover. Talking about the bearish direction now, DXY is quite weak, and it hasn't even tapped into a fair value gap that I would want to trust. All right, unless when the market comes out, there's a bit of spontaneous move that I very much doubt. But I think, like I said, EU, AU, GU, gold I expect buy positions from all of those commodities. Nolan Mnet. Is it Mnet or Mnet? All right. So Nolan, I'm here. Hello. How are you doing? What is it that you want to say? So let me remind you guys once again, our sentiment is that gold is going to get quite weak. Sorry, did I say weak? No, gold is going to get stronger. All right, that's I think I sentiment actually. Because price has not yet been a huge whipsaw as a result of the right, or we get to see a heavy push from gold. The GU on its own is already pumping. Same thing with AUSD, right? And I believe it's the same with Euro USD on our time frame. All of them are bullish. US 100, we're waiting for price to break out of this pattern before we know what to do next. USD card, you can see very bearish. Right? So let me see if we can use straddle for gold. So straddle for gold, let me position this quick. All right. So for gold, I think we can have our buy stop around 2320.62, 2320.62 for the buy stop on gold, whereas our sell stop on gold can be placed around 2310, right? 2310.16. Then TP1 for the buy 2325.19, TP2 for the buy 2328.56. TP3 for the buy is 2332.40. Right. Then for the sell, we have our sell stop at 2310.16, sell TP1 at 2305.95, TP2 at 2302.94, and then TP3 at 2298.58. All right, so we can just quickly check and see how that is looking. Oh, Nolan, thank you so much. I'm glad to see that I've been able to provide some assistance. Fantastic. And like we talked about the other time, please be aware that we're working things out behind the scenes. We're putting things together like you requested the last time, and hopefully very soon we should be coming back to you with some pretty good news. Right. So thank you so much, Nolan. It's good to have you here on the call. All right, let's go back with the new with the points again. Buy stop on gold 2320.62. Buy TP1 2325.19. TP2 2328.56, and then TP3 2332.40. All right. Then we have the sell stop at 2310.16. Sell TP1 at 2305.96, 0.95, 2305.95. TP2 at 2302.94, and then TP3 at 2299.58. And please note, as usual, that we have trailing stops applied to our pending orders. All right, trail by at least, you must trail by nothing more than 50 points. All right, anything from 10 points, 25 points, fine. All right, so that once the trade is hit and price begins to pump, all right, your stop loss gets moved into break even. You do remember that, right? So please ensure that your trailing stops are set with the stop positions that you already, entered in. All right. Remember, guys, when I was teaching you how to trade straddle, I told you that it's important for us to first of all be able to see a range, all right, a trading range, which I didn't get to see on the 1 hour time frame of gold, and I only found on this 15-minute time frame, right? I was only able to find trading range on the 15 minutes. That's why we're taking our positions from the 15 minutes time frame as against the 1 hour time frame like we usually. All right, so buy stop once again 2320.62. Buy limit one, buy TP1 2325.19. Buy TP2 2328.56. Buy TP3 2332.40. Sell stop is at 2310.16. Sell TP1 at 2305.95. Sell TP2 at 2302.94 and sell TP3 at 2299.58. So if you have the figures, you've already taken your positions, please help those who are unable to follow up. Just drop the figures in the comment section so that they can be able to follow us as well. Two more minutes, 2 more minutes. Let's see how this plays out. One more minute. Please, if you have the figures, please drop it in the chat box. A lot of people need those figures to be able to follow up. One more minute, 1 more minute, 1 more minute, guys. Are you ready? Remember what I told you about CPI? The volatility is quite low, and that's why your trailing stop is extremely important because CPI whipsaws a lot faster than NFP, right? So to protect yourself against whipsaws is why the trailing stops are in place and set at 10 to 50 points trail, right? 10 to 50 points trail, right? So if you put your trailing stop, you would already be out on gold by right now and in profit. All right, gold TP1, gold TP2, almost there, almost at TP2. But if you have your trailing stop, you would have definitely made profit and you guys would most likely be out of the market already. Now, this right here is how to take from the market without being noticed. Okay, so as you can see, I told you that GU was going to be bullish, and this is GU, bullish without a fault. Same thing with EU, same thing with AUD USD. Wow, AUD USD is on steroids. Right, so guys, if you made some profit, please do let me know. I really want to see, I want to know what you guys are doing. All right, $200. If you made some money, please let me know. Let me know. I'm sure that if you had your trailing stop in place, you definitely made. So who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Let's talk. $150, fantastic. Danny Jason, if you actually set it at the exact figures I gave, you definitely would. Eberechi Agbebo, how did you lose? That sounds a bit weird. I don't think anyone would do that. GU is really massive, fantastic. Yeah, Akintomide Busayo. I told you guys that from what I know, all right, these commodities, or from what I'd seen on the charts, these commodities were meant to be bullish. Does that make sense, guys? Let's keep the comments coming. I really want to see how you guys are doing. Okay, all right, let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Ebuka Michael, stop out. I don't understand. That shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case if you followed all the instructions that were given. Right? Who else? Who else? Who else? I want to know how you guys are doing. Just made $250. Suya, definitely. $20. Christopher, fantastic. Ayibatari, Dari, Allen, $350, fantastic. Lovely. So good to see how you guys are doing. John, $100, fantastic. Danny Jason, you're probably trading with a very small account on a very big leverage. Ray, fantastic. You got some money. Uchenna Philip, you're probably in the same case. You are using a very small account. You use every leverage, every lot size. Lordy TV, you said your stops were your buy stop was activated and still at the loss. I don't think so, because if it was activated, you should still be in profit even right now, even if you didn't set your, even if you didn't set your trailing stop. Okay, let's keep the comments coming. Let's keep the comments coming. I really want to see what you guys are doing. Okay, $18 profit, $19 profit, $10 profit, $400 profit from $20. That's incredible. Victor, your buy stop was activated and still got a loss. I doubt it. I don't know how that happened. Justin, $1,000 in profit. Fantastic. Okay, Virgil Aris, trailing stops are only set from a PC, from a laptop PC. Probably that's why. Against football, you might probably want to check your balance and be sure that your account actually could take such a trade. Trade at $80 profit, fantastic. $19 profit, beautiful. Kudus, $50 profit, fantastic. Dean, I think that's an issue with slippage. Vagillaris, $15. That's most definitely an issue with slippage. I'm sorry about that, but I think you might want to check your account type or the server, all right, your internet connection. Those are some of the things that could be responsible. Buy stop was activated, but at $155 loss. I think that's because there was a slippage on your account. So the buy stop got triggered at the point where price got to, at the end, the point where price got to. I'm sorry about that, but I really don't know how that could have happened. Right. Beautiful. On your first attempt, you made $100 from $50. Lovely. So for those of you who had issues with losses or who are still currently in loss, right? I think that what you need to do is to ensure that your server is, within your, a region that you can connect to a lot more easily. So you can reach out to the customer service and let them know that you have a slippage issue on your account, right? And ask them how to fix it, right? So I think it's a slippage issue. So you're gonna have to speak with the customer service, all right, and get them to work on it. Malingi, the stops I shared, check on your chart. This was the stop I shared, all right? This point, 2320.62, and this is priced at TP2 already. And price even approaching TP3 already. So if it was a fault with the stops I shared, all right, trust me, it would be a general issue. Everybody would be complaining of losses. Right, but nonetheless, I understand your point. I definitely do sympathize with you, which is why I've said reach out to the customer service and then let them get to fix slippage issue on your account. Right, that's the best way that I can assist, that I can help you. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. You traded three indices at zero point 0.5 lots. You made $1,800 and 750. Fantastic. Abednego, you're doing well. That's lovely. Danny Jason, please use the customer service on the live chat feature on the website. All right, use the live chat feature on the website. I believe that you get a response. All right, Isaac, from $10 you're able to make $60. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So I think it's fair to say that we've had a remarkable trading day today. And I want to say a big thank you to you guys for joining me on this auspicious journey. As you know, my name remains Adetola Freeman, and it's been an absolute honor being your host on this incredible journey. See you again next week. And I want to say thank you. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Bye bye.